Hey everyone, welcome back to our podcast. Today's topic is one that I'm sure many of you can relate to: overthinking, why we do it, and how to break free.
Absolutely, Asha. Overthinking is something we've all experienced. You know, lying in bed at night, replaying conversations, or worrying about things that might not even happen.
Oh, yes, and research actually shows that overthinking is directly linked to anxiety and stress. Psychologists say it's like a loop. Our brain keeps replaying the same situation without finding a solution.
So let's start with the why. Asha, why do we humans tend to overthink so much?
Great question. Psychologists suggest there are a few reasons. Fear of making mistakes. We replay choices because we don't want to regret later. Need for control. Our brain feels safe when it analyzes every possibility. Past experiences. If we failed before, our brain keeps warning us by overanalyzing the present. Perfectionism. Wanting things to be just right.
Exactly. In fact, Harvard researchers found that overthinking triggers the same brain regions as fear response. That means every time we overthink, our brain is acting as if danger is present, even when it's not.
Yes, and that's why our body also reacts. You may feel racing heartbeat, sweating, or even insomnia when you're lost in thoughts.
Let's give some real-life examples. I'll start with one from my own life. Last year, I had to make a career decision, whether to switch jobs. Instead of making a list and deciding, I kept thinking, what if I fail? What if I can't adjust? What if it's worse than my current job? I ended up stressing for weeks. And the funny thing is, I realized later that all those what-ifs were just fear talking.
Oh my God, I can relate. For me, it's usually social situations. Like after meeting friends, I replay conversations in my head. Did I say something wrong? Did I sound silly? And the truth is, most people don't even remember.
Haha, exactly. Most of the time, we overestimate how much others notice us. Psychologists call this the spotlight effect. We think everyone is watching us, but in reality, they're too busy worrying about themselves.
Let's add a psychology angle. Overthinking is closely linked with rumination, which is when we dwell too much on negative thoughts. The brain's default mode network, DMN, gets activated, and it keeps our mind wandering.
Yes, and studies show that when we practice mindfulness or focus on the present, the DMN, default mode network, activity reduces. That's why meditation and journaling are powerful tools against overthinking.
Okay, now let's talk solutions. People listening don't just want to know the problem. They want real ways to break free. 1. Name your thought. When you're stuck, say out loud, I'm overthinking. Psychology calls this labeling. It creates distance between you and your thought. 2. The 5-minute rule. Give yourself 5 minutes to think about the problem. After that, write down possible solutions and move on. 3. Shift to action. Instead of replaying what-ifs, ask, what can I do right now? Action breaks the thought cycle. 4. Schedule worry time. Sounds strange, but psychologists recommend keeping a 15-minute worry window. You only allow yourself to overthink during that time. The rest of the day, you push thoughts aside. 5. Practice mindfulness. Deep breathing, meditation, or simply focusing on your senses. Even noticing what do I see, hear, feel right now can ground you. 6. Journaling. Write down your thoughts. Once they're on paper, they stop swirling endlessly in your mind. 7. Challenge your thoughts. Ask, is this true? What evidence do I have? This is a cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT technique. 8. Limit information. Sometimes overthinking comes from having too much input. For example, scrolling endlessly before making a purchase. Limit choices. It reduces mental clutter.
Overthinking won't disappear overnight. But building small habits makes a huge difference.
Exactly. For me, daily journaling and short meditation have really helped.
For me, talking it out with a friend stops me from looping in my head. Sometimes just saying it out loud makes you realize it's not such a big deal.
And listeners, remember, your thoughts don't define you. Just because you think it doesn't mean it's true.
So if you're struggling with overthinking, remember, it's your brain trying to protect you, but sometimes it protects too much.
Right. Instead of fighting your thoughts, guide them. Use the tools we discussed: mindfulness, journaling, taking action.
And most importantly, be kind to yourself. You don't need to have all the answers.
Before we close, here's a question for you, our listeners. What's one thing you often overthink about? And what small step will you take to break free?
Drop your answers in the comments. We'd love to read them.
Thank you for tuning in today. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more conversations that matter.